heart of every individual lies a rhythm, a state of mind, where our time feels fluid and our possibilities endless.
Social media addiction is a growing concern for many parents. Teens say it would be according to Pew Research.
In this space of stillness, something hidden has begun to emerge. How long can we keep this connection?
For the last week, I've had trouble focusing a lot. Not really getting into this rhythm or zone that I usually get into when I'm practicing or working on something creatively. I just couldn't get into it. I was sitting there for hours, sort of just staring into the wall, trying to figure out this song I really liked. And I wasn't sure how to get my focus back. But then all of a sudden, I just sat down, and hours felt like minutes, and days just went by, and the song sort of came out of me, and this familiar feeling came back, and I wasn't sure what it was or what to call it.
Do you believe in aliens? Yeah, who doesn't? Do you think if they ever came down here to Earth, do you think they would have superpowers like Superman? Yeah, like Superman, I guess. Like super hearing or super focus. Flying? Yeah, or flying, I guess. Super focus would be dope, right? Yeah, really. Imagine like being able to learn anything really fast because you're so focused. That'd be sick. That'd be awesome. Yeah, 100%.
So I started doing research, sort of became obsessed with this idea of super focus and how to control it and do it on command. And while I was reading about it, I sort of had a realization, and something from my past, a different passion of mine, came to mind.
Det er jo så anden sidste springer her, Antonio Cordua.
As I was reading about flow, I realized where this familiarity came from. It came from this. It came from this sport that I had practiced almost my entire life. I realized it was easier for me to get into this flow state when I was challenged physically. That's how I practiced it. That's how I learned the tools to get into this state of mind, into this zone. So how can I now translate what I learned through my sport into my creative work? Because it's a different process entirely. So now I have to figure out how I can take those tools I learned through my sport and use them to elevate my focus through my creative work. That's my next challenge. And if I'm gonna be honest with you all for a second, I haven't figured out how to do this just yet. But what I have realized is that my biggest issue when it comes to doing this through the music and through other creative works is my self-control. It was easier for me to lose that control in gymnastics because I wasn't as vulnerable as I am when I'm creating music and when I'm creating these videos. It's a different type of vulnerability, and what I've learned is I have to be able to surrender completely to the moment I'm in, where time doesn't mean anything, to create the best work possible. And that's what I have to get comfortable with. That's how you get into the flow state. That's that heightened focus, that super focus, where you're immersed completely in your task and where everything around you doesn't matter anymore. That's flow.
Whatever lights your moments spin, don't get so wrong.